so excited to be doing this live today. Today I'm joined by Wendy. Wendy is a long-term raw vegan person and she's the organizer of the Dutch Food Festival that I attended in 2019. It was an amazing experience. So I'm really excited to be talking today with Wendy. And she should join in a couple of minutes, but until she joins, hey Wendy. Um, Hi, Wendy. See. No.
Oh,
Yay, how are you
I'm doing well. I'm just connecting you to this mobile holder because I'm going to hang on the couch.
Yeah.
Wow, office life. Office life is interesting, so I'm glad to be away from the desk for a second.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Like working at home is sometimes interesting. Well, it
Yes,
can be-
definitely. Interesting is the right word. How are you doing today?
And good, much better. Yeah, yesterday I was a little bit calm, but today I'm doing much
Oh,
better.
that's funny. Today I am calm. I need to be calm. I just got my period, so it just came, and it's always a
Uh,
time to. Oh,
yeah. I was there yesterday.
oh, that's so lucky. Oh, we're aligning. Oh, we're aligning, guys. We're aligning. This is good. This is good. Yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Well, just the couch is sinking in, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, that's a little bit how I'm doing. I just rounded off this super cool interview with Louise. You know,
Yeah,
Louise
no.
Koch, who you met as well at the
Yeah.
festival. Yeah, we had it like 1 hour and a half, and she shared like 5 of the lessons out of her new book that is also in the bundle. So the Manifest Your Dream Life book. And I love that. It's like a summary of
I
what
love
you should
it.
do. And then, I don't know, if you do one page after 34 days, so 1 month, you know exactly how to manifest your dream life. So I love that book as a contribution to the bundle.
Yeah, so great.
Together with,
I love the love attraction so much.
yeah.
Like helping the moms. So cool. I'm excited to watch it later, the live video. Really excited. It's cool, like all of the live videos are popping up on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm trying to watch them, but it's really interesting, so valuable.
Yeah, do my best
Yeah.
to upload them as well. Yeah, but give internet some slack if you have 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day online. And then you're making all these posts and you're making all the recipes and then
It's a
also
lot.
answering all the emails from people who are already in the course or read a book and like,
Yeah.
yeah, I love your book. Oh, okay, yeah, thanks. Oh, I'm so happy that you're there, you know, like yeah, then in between downloading them from Instagram, uploading to YouTube, writing some text. I didn't know that took so much time, but it's worth it.
Yeah. I think too, it's worth
It's
it.
worth it.
So I have prepared some questions,
Yeah, I know.
and so my first question would be, what do you eat typically in a day? Just one day?
Oh, we should
What?
go walking then instead of couch hanging. Okay, I will show you. I think that would be fun. I will
Ah,
show you what I eat. So the last 2 months I've been actually working on a new book as well, making smoothies. So this is my kitchen, and I've been eating a lot of those. And
I
I
look
know they look
great.
green and red, but this is Palmer mangoes, and they
Yeah.
ripen really well
Yeah.
after you bought them. So after picking, and it's not like Kent and Keith that they can go brown, but they really start to get more orange and sweeter. So when they're soft, like this one's super ripe, this one not so much. Like when they're soft, they're super delicious. So I've been making smoothies with that, and then sometimes I make like a bowl with just pears. This is a kilo, and yeah, so I got some apples over here. So I mix the apples with that, and yeah, usually I make a smoothie with a mango, banana, and I got these nice oranges here, so I make smoothie with mango banana, and that's what I did. Or I will have like apple pear, and I've never had banana smoothies. I'm not one of those people that is like, yay, banana smoothie. I was like, ugh, banana.
Yeah.
But here we have the platano from Canary Islands, and I'm sure you tried them, and this is just another level of banana.
Yeah, I really like them.
And I
And
really love
by the
that.
way, where do you buy the fruit? You buy it at the supermarket or the like fruit
Yeah,
stand
anywhere,
or both?
anywhere, really. Yeah,
Me too.
anywhere. Yeah, I buy it there. We have the small fruit stands here, but they buy it from that big warehouse where I can go as well. So I'd rather go to the bigger place. And so that's where I get my fruits. And there's a farmer that does some local herbs and some vegetables. Not too much, like
Yeah.
not really very big at that, but I would be able to get some organic local ones. And we have 7 supermarkets here, and all the supermarkets are in walking distance. So
That's great.
those palma mangoes actually come from big supermarkets a little bit further driving, but they are so good. So I just have been going there for the last like weeks. Every time they look at me, yeah, but it's like €2.60 the kilo. And so one box is around 10 or 11 euro. And I'm like, yeah, but I gotta eat. I mean, a person can only eat so much oranges and mandarins per month. Like we've been eating
Yeah,
them since November. So
I
yeah.
agree.
Um, yeah, so I have that, and then I have orange juice, or try to at least make once a week some slow juice or juice for at least like 3 days. If not, I'll squeeze some orange juice. And I had a box of grapefruits as well, so I've been making grapefruit orange juice, about 700 milliliters. And my breakfast is around like also 700 grams to 1 kilo. And sometimes I would wait long, drink water first, and then have a big breakfast, or I would like split it up.
Yeah, me
And
too.
and then I would have like a really late lunch with like a big salad and maybe some mango inside or some apples on the side, and first eat 2 apples and then the big salad. And now I've been making those wraps of Melissa. Will show you of raw fruit moments. So she has a wrap book in her wrap book in the bundle. So forgive me if I every now and then have my energy a little bit in my belly. Okay, so yes, this is
Oh,
also
looks
the
so
storage
great.
space.
That
This is
looks
the
great.
wrap, and I've been making them on purpose a little bit more thin than she does, because I don't know, I just like the juicy stuff. I really like juice stuff.
Yeah,
I like dehydrated taste good, but when I eat a salad, it's already very fibrous and heavy
yeah,
and fibrous and chewing, and so I like a lot of sauce and things with liquid in it.
yeah, me too. I like it when it's like sauce everywhere. It's the best. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So okay, and then later in the day, usually, yeah, we have some more fruit. Or lately, I've been making little zucchini salad and more mango, because I'm so lucky with the mango. Or just yesterday, I ate a bunch of apples, and the day before, I ate half the box of mandarins, because I was on this live videos all the time, and I was just like in between. I had 15 minutes. I peeled all the mandarins, ate the mandarins, peeled all the mandarins.
Yeah,
So that's typically what it looks like. I used to have salads for dinner, but because here in Spain people have so late and it's warm, and I don't
I
want
know.
that. So I prefer to have my salad usually before. So
Yeah,
usually before, like now it's already 5 o'clock, so I only had the smoothie. So I had
yeah,
water, smoothie, water, and then after our chat, I'll be making the wraps. And and then if it's even later, maybe at 9 o'clock, I think this evening we will take a break from live videos and just like focus on the sea, or the sun, or the sky,
yeah,
or some birds, something in nature. And
yeah.
then, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll grab some more mandarins this evening. So that will be a little bit about it. And yeah, I'll eat about 2,000 calories in a day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds really delicious. Yeah, I think also in the fruit and sweet is really good. Like the cherimoya, the mango, banana, okay. But no, it's really, really good.
Yeah. Oh, my
Really good.
cherimoyas are in the fridge. I bought them so ripe that they had to go in the fridge, otherwise they'd be brown by now.
Figs.
No, the cherimoyas are in the fridge.
Ah, in the fridge. Oh my
Staying,
god, I was
staying
already
cool.
like,
It's 24 and a half here, so yeah.
yeah.
They are going ripening really fast at the moment.
I know, I know. But I always buy them, and then the next day I put them in I don't know, in a place, not in the fridge, and the next day they're ripe.
Yeah, exactly.
Eating.
So they're already ripe, so now they're in the fridge, so I can. So maybe I did that. I've had that yesterday, the day before. Just, I know people say, "Oh, don't eat fruit before sleeping. Or ferment." I don't have any no fermentation. I don't have any belly pain. I don't have any problem.
Yeah, I think especially in Spain, because people really they eat so late. So in Germany, you eat really pretty early compared to Spain, but in Spain, just naturally because people hang out later. So often I come home really late, and then but I'm still hungry, so I still eat before sleeping. But it's
Yeah.
better because if I don't eat, then I cannot sleep, or because I'm hungry, so I just eat.
Me
Yeah.
too. And I didn't like when I was living in the Netherlands and when we were traveling, I didn't have that because I would just eat way
Yeah.
more during the day, and
Yeah.
I would really stop at 7 o'clock in the evening and I would just drink until 9 and then sleep latest at 11. Well, with the
Yeah.
bundle going on and me working on my program, I haven't been sleeping before 1 o'clock and waking up at, like starting my day at 8 every morning, like running to school and making everything like working. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I've been making the evenings quite late as well. So I guess there is also 2 hours before sleeping. But I've not been eating enough and I've been waking up hungry and I've never had that. So I've had that this last month. So now I'm really watching. I've been also exercising way more than I used to. And I think that is also why I'm more hungry. So I have to
Yeah.
use, and I really up my smoothies. Like now I can just eat 1 kilo. But then, yeah, I'm hungry. So I eat.
Yeah, me too. Like when I exercise, the next day when I don't do exercise, I eat so much. I eat the whole day, all the time.
Yeah.
But a question I wanted to ask you, another question, is what are your three favorite fruits? Just out of curiosity.
I think you got mango by now.
Yeah, mango.
Watermelon.
Yeah,
Grapes.
I like grapes
I
too.
like
I like them.
I like these short black ones. I don't know the name because they never give me any name to them. But they don't have them here. They only have them in the market in Netherlands for some strange reason.
Yeah,
Here in Spain, they're just, I don't know. There's only supermarket grapes. I don't like them very much.
yeah, it's so different. But they're really sweet, right? Or the smaller one?
Yeah.
But durian? No. Durian
I
is
like
not
durian, but here's no durian. So I can say I like durian, but I don't think I can live on durian. It makes me a
no,
little gassy. Like, I mean, I love the taste. I love durian, but it's not something I could live on.
yeah.
It's it's got that gassy onion thing going on. It's got like for me
Ah,
durian is more in the vegetable category with that smell and the heavy.
right.
And of course, when we were in Thailand, there were one time I bought a durian. They're like, "Why did you buy that?" I said, "Now it's open. I have to eat the whole thing," and I had to eat the whole. Like it was like 5 kilos or something. You can't,
Yeah,
but we didn't have a fridge. We were traveling, so I had to eat the whole thing alone.
yeah. For me
Not a
too.
punishment. Oh, and talking about that, I just saw a lot of our friends. They are all in Grant's retreat right now in
I know, I
Thailand,
saw
and I saw them
Damian.
in that durian contest, winning from all these Asian people, and I just had to laugh. And Damien wrote, "Yeah, we already had lunch, but." We entered the contest and then 3 of them won anyway. And I was like, what? And I think it's just because as vegetarian people, you're just used to
Yeah,
eating a bigger volume of fruit,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so it was like, and for them is of course it's a gift, right? Durian. Yeah. So yeah.
I thought it was so funny. But it's true. I think when you eat raw vegan, mostly raw vegan, it's just your portion size is so much bigger. Like the volume that I eat when I compare it to friends of mine, you cannot compare it. Like my friends of mine, they eat this much, and you eat like this much. So
Yeah,
I think
especially
you're used to it.
with I've looked at what I ate before, like bread and sandwiches. Um, like partner at the time, he was eating 6 sandwiches, like from a bread, regular slices with some cheese, some meat, and some jam on it. And I would just have one because I really don't like it if I had to. But
Yeah,
still, after that, I would be okay. And with fruit, like one mango is already the size of 4 sandwiches.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's I can eat 3 mangoes like this size, but otherwise if they're a little bit bigger, 2 mangoes.
yeah.
So I think the stomach is growing and getting
It's
used to the
fun.
amount
Yeah,
of volume. Yeah, yeah,
I think so. I think so.
yeah,
But completely different topic. So you're living in Spain already for some time, right? Like at least a
yeah,
year you're in Spain.
yeah.
How, and I wanted to ask you, how is it? What are the pros, cons? Do you miss the Netherlands? Could you imagine going back to the Netherlands and all of
All of
that?
all of that. So yes, we're in Catalonia. I'm quite liking the country, the weather. Most people are
Why,
super nice.
uh, why Catalonia? Why didn't you go to another place in Spain?
Uh, yeah, well, I met my awesome soulmate here and
Ah.
kind of like make a contract that we will be in this area. Uh, Besides that, I went to Andalusia two
Yeah,
times before, and it was in April. It was so hot during the day.
I
I
know.
couldn't work
It's so hard.
because it was too
Yeah,
hot during the day, and it was in April, and I was like, maybe this is a bit like too much.
it's
Uh,
too much.
I can handle it because I'm quite cold person. Like I get cold quick, and I can handle heat really well. I can handle cold absolutely not, like
Not,
worse.
yeah,
And so, but I was just thinking like, well, we should check out other areas as well, and we just ended up here. Like it was not really a very conscious choice in the beginning.
yeah,
But it's good here. Like why not? I think the south of France would be really good too. Like it's warmer than the Netherlands definitely, and it's next to the Mediterranean Sea, which I like as well.
yeah,
The water is nice and warm, and it keeps the especially if you're closer to the sea, it keeps the temperatures a little bit moderate. So the area we're in
yeah,
now, um, it's softer. So in Barcelona, when it's colder in Barcelona, it's a little bit warmer here. And when it's really
yeah.
hot in Barcelona, even though it's north, it's a little bit colder here. And it has something to do with where the mountain is and how the sea comes, and we have the delta. And I don't know exactly how it goes, but there are little differences even within Catalonia, like in the north of Catalonia, where you're almost in France, you're in the Pyrenees and it's snowing there, and you're almost in Andorra or something. Yeah, it's freezing there in the winter. So Spain is like Spain is it's one country,
So
but
crazy.
everything can be so different.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. Yeah,
So yeah.
I'm in Sevilla. I'm in Sevilla at the moment. Sevilla at the
Oh,
moment. It's so hot already. It's so hot already. So I'm just gonna stay until the end of May, but I can imagine June, July, August, you're burning. It is so hot. I don't
yeah.
know how people do it.
And
So
here it was like hot, but it's July and August. I mean, like, yeah, you feel, oh, it's hot, but you can jump in the sea every day.
yeah,
And everybody here has a pool. And
yeah,
uh, those few hours from 12 to 3, you can just sit in the shade. I mean, like, you don't
it's
have to
really,
burn yourself. And it's different where I was in Andalusia, where you really, from 11 in the morning, it was actually too hot, like to do anything.
yeah,
Like, and
I know.
just moving your arms was already too much, I found. And of course, you can have a pool and shade and stuff as well, but we didn't have. We didn't have. So yeah, but I think in Andalusia too, you can go higher up a hill or a mountain; it'll be colder. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's why a lot of fruitarian people want to go to Andalusia because the mangoes grow there. So I understand.
Yeah.
But there's also people going at the Atlantic coast in Spain or in Portugal, and it's colder there and there's more rain. But
Yeah.
everything has its advantages. Like Netherlands has all this rain, and that's why my garden was going so well. Like it always has water.
I know.
And herbs and stuff here are rosemary and thyme and fennel. But yeah, there is borage I found now, and but in Netherlands, like it's just green. The weed, like weed is herbs, right? It grows everywhere all the time. And
Yeah.
like you throw some chamomile, you have chamomile in your garden for the next 10 years. You throw some mustard seeds, you have mustard for the next 10 years. So that's different from here, even though the soil is super fertile.
Yeah.
Because the rain is different, yeah, you have to choose some plants that can handle drought as well, because it can just happen that it doesn't rain for 6 weeks and then your plants are going to die. And
Yeah.
so it's just a little bit different, and I quite like it. So yeah. Oh yeah, we should mention everybody that we are part of Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, and you should go check it out as well. Otherwise, we talk and talk, and you wonder why we are here. We are
Yeah.
here because we want to share information with you about this lifestyle and about eating raw and being healthy and creating a beautiful life for yourself. That's why we are here, and we both contribute to the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, and you can check that out in our bio. And yeah, see if it's for you, with recipes, Eve and me, and my new course, 7 Simple Steps to Unlimited Energy. So yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I said it.
Amazing.
I said it.
No, it's so good that you throw it in because the bundle is an unbelievable, great offer. So it's so important to mention it so that people actually know about it. Because yeah, I think just this collection is so cool, and I think if people don't know about it, they are missing out
Oh
so
yeah.
much. So great that you mentioned
Yeah,
it.
you should at least click the link to have a look, because I mean, I
Yeah,
spent so many hours on it, and I really feel it's super valuable. And I
it
saw
is.
books of other people, and I know that people work for this like 4 or 5 months every day to make the content. Of course, there's
Amazing.
some that take less time, but most of the people just decided, okay, I'm going to do 1 or 2 things a year. And the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle week, that's when I want to launch it with everybody else, so that we can reach more people, and then more
Yeah,
people can benefit from everybody's content. But we keep it
yeah,
to 11 of May. And after that, you're going to have to go to everybody individually and pay way more, like
I
$1,800
know.
if you have to buy everything separate after the 11th. So whatever you do, just choose a charger. Just go check it out. Like just check it out to see if it's
Yeah,
not for you.
yeah. But it's really great. It's really great. Great content.
Click. Yes. Charging. Yes. Cool. Yeah. So do you want to know something about that? About the festival, or the 7 simple steps? You want to know some steps to get more energy, or how are you doing with your energy?
And I would love to know more about it because I feel like personally I've got the food really covered, but
Mm-hmm.
I think there's more to energy than food. So I would love to learn more. So for those of you who don't know, Wendy has an amazing e-course in the bundle. It is super great. I'm looking forward to taking it because I didn't have the time yet, but I'm really excited to know more about this course. So yeah, if you would be open to share more about it, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I will just take that page in front of me, so I absolutely do not by accident name the wrong number with name the wrong number. Stop. You know, I made this really cool website as well, that maybe for anybody who's joining us right now and you feel like it's interesting. I made this page just to show you what's in it, as you can't see that on the website of the bundle. Yeah, just to you can't see that. But so okay, so unlimited energy, that is something that everybody wants, but nobody kind of seems to have, right? And
Except some
um
because I have two friends that have ADHD, but they struggle with too much energy. So
yeah,
they have
so
to
maybe
take
I'm a little bit
medication to calm down.
ADHD now, since I went raw, I don't know. I'm like this ping pong ball. Even though I got my period now, you know, it doesn't matter. I can still create it, and that's the thing. I say I can create the energy and help you create it, but what I really want to tell you is that energy is never lost. It's not about creating it. It is about experiencing more of it in your life. And that is actually the 7 simple steps, because the energy is what everything is made of, what the universe is made of. And we are made of that. And so if you are made of energy, then how can it be that sometimes you don't feel any energy? And that has to do with multiple parts about your existence. It has to do with your physical body. Did it get enough nourishment in food and sleep? And in your body is also your brain. And did your brain get enough rest? And this is, for example, also sleep, but also meditation. And what is like experiencing no energy is like negative thoughts, negative being around people that is really depleting. For example, when you come in a big supermarket, people feel overwhelmed. That's not a happy feeling, you know, being overwhelmed, and so you feel depleted. But that doesn't mean that you cannot recreate it. For example, there is people think that, oh, I need protection. Hey, Laurie. Hi, Lena. People say, I need protection from this supermarket. I don't want to go there. But if you are really centered in yourself, if you're able to manage your energy center, if you're able to know what soul you are, like what is me and what is the outside world, and how does it feel when I am inside my body, when I am connected with the earth that I'm living on, and I'm connected with the source, universe, God, higher self. You know, that is also a part of existence. Like when you're aligned with source energy through your higher self, and at the same time connected 100% with your body, present on this planet, in this material world, that moment you have all the energy that you need. That is unlimited energy. And I hope that for the people that are new, that they're understanding what I'm talking about. And if not, feel free to ask now or later, like put a question here or PM me. I'm more than happy to help you with that. So for people that are in pain or chronic fatigue, or trying to change their diet into something more healthy, raw vegan or else vegan or whatever, no sugar, that's what this course is for. To learn how to do that aspect, what I just said, how to really connect to who you really are. And it's not just a psychological process, it's not only meditations, and it's not only eating raw food. It is all of that. So what can you do with the course? So if you do the course, in this course you will learn how to locate your energy shortages. So not just in general, of course I talk about general, and I talk about examples that I've had with clients as well. But most importantly, it's a process where I take you through in the course with questions that you're answering, like what is your problem, and pinpoint the root cause, so that in the next step we are going to see if you're ready to change that. And so then there give you the option to decide to change it. And that's really important to send out. The moment you are deciding to change it is the moment you're sending out your most powerful force that you have, and that is the free will power. The power of free will. Like everybody who's heard about religion and Bible has heard that free will is really important, and it is really important regardless of religion. And so the moment you use your free will and you put it to work, right, it's going, oh, you decided that I'm going to change that, and now I'm going to be energized because that's what I want. And maybe it requires some really annoying changes, like never eating the pizza. But when you think, Now we come to the next step, step 2, step 3. If I can never have the pizza. You're focusing on the negative. You're focusing
Yeah.
on the pizza first. If you don't want me to think, if I tell Eve I'm not thinking of a pink elephant, I'm sure she's thinking pink elephant right now. So the same with pizza. If I'm saying not think about the pizza, you can never have pizza, you're going to go in stress mode and it's not working. If you
Yeah.
think about things you cannot have, you focus on those things and you want them more, or you feel bad about it, you create negative emotions, and therefore you lose your energy. So you want to keep your energy in the present moment as much as possible. And if you're not in the present moment enjoying life around you, you can focus on the good things that will be happening to you soon. The good things that will be happening. If you want to prevent something, that is fear. And if you think you
Yeah.
have to maybe think about protection, that's also fear. It's okay to go there. I mean, it's smart to, not walk in the middle of the highway. That's a stupid
Yeah.
idea. So it's smart to every now and then keep out for your safety. But you just keep out for your safety. Oh, you've done that. Go enjoy the moment again.
Yeah.
And so how our brain is in the way of that. It makes thoughts, it has memories of the past, it has some bad traumas. So then in the next step, we're going to do a couple of meditations and a process where when you listen to me, because I'm not really doing that at the time, because I'm just telling you how to do it in the video and in the book, to connect to what I just said to yourself and in a meditation, and then you will find out what is energetically blocking you in your body. You're going to feel your energy inside, you're going to feel your meridians, and you're going to feel, this is not so comfortable, that's not so comfortable, that okay. And you're going to locate that in your body. So we're going to locate it in your thoughts, in your brain, and we're going to locate it literally in your body and in your energy field, in order to overcome all that, to feel more energized. And usually the cravings have one of those shitty beliefs that at the bottom of the negative thoughts, and there's like, if you follow the 7 steps, that shitty belief is out of your life. You have to,
So good.
so you do the 7 steps in 7 days, and then after you do it again, but you take 7 weeks and you follow through 7 weeks after so in total 8 weeks. 7 weeks after, you do every single step, because once you've learned the course, so once you done the course, I think a 10-15 minutes a day, you can do all the practices that you've learned in the 7 steps. If you do it for 7 weeks, guarantee success. I'm sure you will not eat sugar again.
It's so amazing. I'm so excited to be taking this course. So much. Like, I'm so curious to learn more about not just the food, but also what comes apart from the food, like all of those emotions and energy. I'm super excited to learn about it.
Yeah, so we go into like what are draining emotions, how are emotions created, how we can create better emotions, what do beliefs and decisions have to do with it, what is spiritual energy actually, like how does the physics that we learn in school about molecules and atoms and sun rays have to do with your soul energy, for example, and how does that energy from the sun and the earth come in the plant that makes the vibration of the plant, the fruit, so high. And that's step 5. And then when you eat the high vibrational foods, that is the raw, uncooked version of food that is, grown outside in nature, not in a box preferably, then you'll be able to utilize that. You go, oh, okay, so if I want to raise my vibration, I only have to eat more raw food. Yeah. So one step for you could be, people ask me, yeah, but what do you do to raise your vibration? Well, think positive, go out in the sun, sleep well, eat raw food. It's so easy. Like, you just, instead of eat food that brings you down, eat food that lifts you up. And so I explain what the gut has to do with that, and neurotransmitters and hormones and how it all works together. So it's really dense. So summary, I'm very Dutch, so the book is, I try to make it clear and as detailed, but not too much detail.
Yeah.
And if you want more detail and more talk, this is where the videos come in, because in the videos, there's like this topic, for example, go shopping. And I think I spent 20 minutes talking only about shopping about fruit. But I'm not talking about the food itself. I'm only talking about the process that your emotional self and your thoughts go through in the supermarket, and how you can, how it, for some people, it could be really difficult, you know, if you go shopping when you're hungry. Do you know what happens?
Like you want to buy everything, right?
Yeah, so don't do that. um, but also, like sometimes you just feel, you don't feel like eating mandarins, orange, you don't feel like this melon they
Yeah,
have, and then you're at the end of the supermarket, and but you're still hungry, you know, and then there's not enough in your shopping cart, and then you go home and yeah, there's nothing to eat except the, you know, the 2 mangoes you bought instead of the box because it was expensive, you know, and then you have nothing to eat. Yeah, that's setting yourself up for failure. So on the shopping department, yeah, just becoming aware of your thoughts and your emotions when you go food shopping, and how you can do it right, and what are the most crucial moments to make decisions about what you're going to buy and how you're going to buy.
yeah,
Yeah. And of course, there's also some in like why raw, why how it's raw, a little bit about lymphatic system, how you can see in your urine or in your poop what, you know, if you're doing it right. And yeah, those things are, I touch on some of those.
so
Let's
much,
quickly
oh, it's so
explain the
much.
cravings and overcome the cravings, because
Yeah,
that's actually the, yeah, the biggest thing that people struggle with, right? The cravings.
big ratings,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm on the video now. Can't go talking.
Yeah, but
So, and then
exciting.
step 6 is about planning your own path. And it's
Mm-hmm.
so super important. Planning your own path means whatever lifestyle that you choose, that's your choice. And you are the only one that can follow it and determine what's right for you. And you have to feel good about it. That's the most important thing. Otherwise, yeah, you're working against yourself. You know, if you really hate your job and you go there every day, you will create some physical symptoms in your body, because half of
And yeah,
your body is in the work, and half of your mind is outside the building, and you're like, your thoughts are constantly fighting in your head about
exciting.
going or not going or
Yeah,
changing. And this creates such a chaos in your body that literally you create inflammation with that. And
yeah.
so,
Like I want to share like specifically with this. I think I have some experience. So I think it's long because I also work some jobs that I didn't really enjoy, but I always on the side were working on my online business. And so I think I could deal with it. Like, okay, I was doing something that I don't like, but I can make money so that I can eventually work on my online business on something that I'm passionate about. But I think some people, they don't even have, for example, something they're passionate about. So they just go to work and they hate it and they feel so trapped because they don't have any other option or any other goal. So I can imagine how, because I already experienced it, when you work something that you don't enjoy, how it creates internal just anger, frustration. And I think if you don't have anything, like no other goals or nothing to justify except that you need to eat, and you go to work, well, I think it can really, really be harmful to your health.
yeah,
So
so that is like in the course, I focus not really on going to the office. Like, of course, it's also an example, but
yeah,
the most I like, the process is really holistic. The course is really holistic. You can apply it to finding a new job or finding it a new partner. um,
yeah,
but of course, because we're a part of the ultimate raw vegan bundle, because I love raw food and I feel it's important, step 5 is about high vibrational food, and the examples are about food, because yeah,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
what I want to help
Amazing.
people with. This is what I learn and experience about that. And yeah, it's really about being healthy and feeling energized.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't talk now. I'm talking with people online.
I don't know.
So yeah, do you have any specific questions more? I can, yeah, what is more
Mm,
about, yeah, well, I could say more about step 6. It's all about cravings, you know, it's all about cravings.
yeah, I have actually one question that I was thinking because before you were doing this business, you were having a whole different career, right? So I think you were right. You had a whole
Yes,
different.
I was like, I'm feeling old now. I'm 41, but so I was doing energy healings with people since a teenager
Yeah,
as a fun for because it's funny and interesting,
yeah,
right? And I was just meeting up with people, and I did like photo readings through the internet later, and I organized some weekends with workshops. This was like 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
wow,
like that. From yeah, like intuitive development weekends. So I would share how to ground, how to be in your energy, certain meridian stretches. Not so much about the psychological aspect, not so much about the techniques, just pure the spiritual aspect of it. Because during the day I was studying physics, then I was studying to be a teacher in physics and chemistry, and I also worked in a school already.
yeah,
So I was just a teacher for physics and chemistry. And
yeah,
then I had, for fun also, I do a lot of things. People always say, what do you do? Well, for a living, work. I say, well, I do hobbies, and that's it. I just only do hobbies, and it makes me money.
yeah,
um, so I was on Fridays. I was working in an IT help desk, because just super cool. You go there, all these people call you with their computer problem, and then in 5 or 10 minutes, you're able to fix their computer, and they're like so happy. So for me, it was very rewarding to do this work.
I can
Uh,
imagine.
you go there, like you work for 8 hours, you go there, but you're only like every 5 and 10 minutes you get to hear, oh, I'm so happy, I'm so glad you did that. So for me, it was feeling really rewarding. Like every time
Yeah,
that confirmation of happy people. So I was quite lucky. I had fun colleagues as well. It was in the city. I could have, it was a good place to work. The environment was very nice, even though it was in a climatized building. And when I stopped in school, I had to stop in school. They sent me home. I didn't understand because I was doing everything right.
mm-hmm.
My life was going well, actually. I mean, I had that job in the school that I preferred. I was
Yeah,
teaching, and in the second year, the kids actually listened to me. You know, they weren't making a mess in the classroom.
yeah,
And there were actually kids enjoying the classes, which was also really cool. And I had my house. I was living in that house with my partner. And I always thought, when I was young, when you grow up, you find a boyfriend, and then you don't get married right away. You just go live together first to see if it's working, actually.
yeah,
And then I'll have a job, and I don't know what I like, but something with IT or physics or something like that. And I learned in the study of physics that I don't want to work in a dark basement the rest of my life. So I thought working with kids would be more fun, as I was doing gymnastic teaching only on Wednesdays evening with a bunch of 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. It was so cute. And so I thought, oh, let's combine that and go work with kids. So I went to the school, and I had that. So I thought that's what you get. Like, and I don't
yeah,
know how I was 25, 26.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I for fun I got a motorcycle license. I thought, well, why not? And we went skiing every year. We went camping in France and the Mediterranean every year. And I just sat there and I just thought, my life's hell.
yeah,
I, I had everything that I thought I was supposed to do, and now what? Like, there's nothing. I don't want nothing. Like, what? And so I was just panicking, and
mm-hmm.
I really thought, what's the point of this life anymore? And I was just thinking about, would people even care? Like, does anybody care if I don't exist anymore tomorrow? Because I'm just going in this same thing all the
Everything.
time, and 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 people say, yeah, but everything's right. I think that's the problem. I said, everything is right, so that's why it's wrong, because there's something wrong. And yeah, I was really having depressing thoughts. And so I went to the director, and they put me home in burnout, and burnout. I didn't understand. And I said, yeah, because, you know, every morning when I drive with my scooter through the traffic, I wonder what it would be like if I hit my scooter against the lamppost and, you know, I end up in a hospital. Would you guys even care? Like, would anybody come to see if I'm still alive? And does it matter? Like, does my presence matter? Like, I don't know. I hope it's not really an English word, but like, would it even? Yeah, you understand, but I don't know the rest. It's not English word. And so, yes, okay, you have to go home. It'll be fine. And I thought, go home and do nothing. I thought, well, you know, I'm getting out of bed to go to my work. This is the only thing that I'm getting out of bed today. Like, you're sending me home? And I was like, no. What?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to go home. And I was like, okay. And yeah, we'll send you one of those doctors or arbo doctors that are for work and okay. And he said, well, we have this course. It's 3 weeks. It's super intense. You go every morning, you go there and we'll tell you how to get your life back together. And I was like, okay, yeah, we can also do the soft version. And I said, what? Okay, the soft version, you go twice a week. He said, what's the hard version? 3 weeks, 5 days. And I was like, 3 weeks, 5 days. What we're going to do? Oh, exercises, learn about yourself, and learning about your feelings. And I thought, sounds good. I do it. And so I did that. But I had to wait 6 weeks to get there, like waiting list. And so I was in my house the next couple of days and I walked on the street shopping. I thought maybe shopping, you know, sun was shining and trying to feel happy with the sun. It's like, yeah, I mean, it was good, but I just didn't know what to do. And at some point I started pacing up and down in the living room. Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? Like, God, universe, please, like, what's the point of my life? Like, why me here? What's the point? And I just walked up and down and I came in this weird pace of walk, like, what's the point? And then my boyfriend called and it's, what you doing? I said, I don't know, I'm just walking up and down. I just don't know what to do. And so I go from the toilet to the kitchen, from the toilet to the kitchen. I don't know, but it feels good when I do that. So, and then at some point it hit me, like light hit me, boom, in my head or something, and something like make a big energy, and I could just like see my life, and I was like, oh yeah, I know. And I saw that, how I manifested that, how I wanted this, because I, you know what I said, I thought this is what everybody does, getting a house and a boyfriend and a job and enough money to go skiing one time and holiday summer one time, you know, like, and I got like a reminder of myself that was doing the weekends, because I didn't do those weekends for I think 2 years anymore, or 1 year. It was a long time, like, and even that was not giving me enough to, you know, like, yay, like to pursue it or something. It's a funny thing, but not. I was still going to spinning class, but you know, the routine was numbing me out. And so when this light hit me, I could see that. And I was like, oh. And then I realized that a thought came in my head, and I realized that I could see the answer to the thought. And this all happened in a microsecond. So I was going like, okay, what's the point of my life? And I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, and I saw myself that I was wanting to, that I wanted to improve the environment. When I was 10, I was already in the marches. And, you know, so I saw a couple of highlights of my life were really important. And this got me like, yeah, I should continue on that spiritual thing. And oh, so the point of life is actually growing, and I'm not growing, and that's why I'm dying. And I really knew that, but I only knew it in my thought. I didn't knew it with my whole existence. I didn't feel it really deep, and this moment let me feel that. And I can tell you, if anybody has it sometime, it's really cool. Like, I was okay, show me in the atom. Okay, show me the universe. I want to see our solar system and everything. And I was like, downloading that. It was really funny. But then it was over again, and I just sat there on the couch, and I remember sitting there, and I was just completely blissed out. I was sitting there, and I thought, cool. Now there's nothing, and there was nothing. And I think before I was just in my head all the time, thinking, making myself depressed. Not that I really missed something. Well, I was missing something, but I was not like, I want a bigger house. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that led me to the path to become energetic healer professionally, and to find a study and to get
Yeah.
registered, to change my job from, because this was your question, sorry, it's a little bit long. And
No,
then,
no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's
so
interesting.
I quit that teaching job, and I thought, okay, well, I still like computer work, and I was still helping some people, not in the help desk anymore, but I had a little business myself, a computer business, to ask some friends and family, some people that are not, they want to pay me. So I thought I'll have this little business where, as my hobby, I could help them with their computer. And well, I studied physics, so I thought, well, maybe I should go into that once again. Maybe I was just scared that I had to work in a basement for 40 years. And
Yeah.
that kind of work, working in physics, in research, right? In research, physics research, when you're a
Yeah.
researcher, you can always grow. There's always something new to learn. Because
Mhm.
at that moment, I remembered, what I love most is learning. And I already
Yeah.
had my IT diploma, my chemistry and physics diploma, my gymnast teacher diploma, and that I finished everything, but there was no like reward of feeling happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I said to my boyfriend, yeah, I want to do this other study. And I got my motorcycle thingy just because I thought it could be fun. Like I was just trying stuff out to see if it would make me happy. And so
Yeah.
I went to my boyfriend and said, well, I'm going to study energetic therapies now, and I'm going to be a therapist. And I'm not going to only do those weekends where I share my hobby, because I think I really have a gift of bringing people into a regression. And I mean, for me, it automatically happened. I was asking questions, and I just channel the energy. And I don't remember, now I do, but back then, what I was asking or what kind of happened. But people come to the root cause of their blockage, emotional blockage.
Yeah.
And they would be, now after 1 hour, they would be like, oh my God, wow. And I feel so much relieved. And I thought, well, I want to make people happy with that. And so I changed. And then I was still working in IT, by the way. And I kept doing that for 4 more years. But I was really liking working in IT. I was, yeah, it was really good. Like I could analyze the computer system and learn about the system and meet new people in a new job, and everything was different. So I was liking it a lot. I needed some variety in my life. And
Yeah.
when and at the same time, I was having clients as a therapist as well. Like I was, of course, getting diplomas and stuff. It takes 4 years to get a diploma, and it took me 5 because they changed the rules in the Netherlands, and then I had to,
Oh,
yeah, and then they changed the order of the modules, so I had to do another half year because, yeah, I missed a module of 3 days, and they were not teaching it before, so I had to like wait until it got. But yeah, it was really good, and I studied Western medicine and alternative medicine, and how to read auras, and what a Bach flower is all about, and how it works with vibration. And that's how I became to be where I am now. And I just added raw food to the mix 7.5 years ago.
so interesting. So interesting. I think then being a because right now you're an entrepreneur, right? You have your own business,
Yeah,
but I think it's maybe good for you because you really like to learn. And I think that entrepreneurship is really about learning, right? Always learning new things. Like social media, it's changing. So maybe it's right. Because
yeah,
for me, I have like I'm at the road. Like this is my business is what I want to do eventually, full time. Because I cannot for example, my brother has a whole like has completely opposite. He has a job. He does kind of the same every day. Really, everything is predictable.
yeah,
He goes out of the house, comes home every day the same. And I'm like here trying to make this business work. And it's so much to learn. And sometimes I'm like, no, I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. It's so much work. It's not worth it. Like I see my friends kind of progressing in life and me like kind of trying this stupid business. But I think in the end, even though I complain sometimes, I think it's good for me because I think I'm also a person who always likes to
yeah,
learn and to improve. And I think after like I like to learn, and then if I would imagine to do every day for 20 years the same, I think I would go crazy. I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
think
that
so. So I
me too.
think
Don't so guys, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Just think about the now, because now is most important. That's really most important.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
interesting.
Sorry.
But do you sometimes regret? Because I can imagine that it was a difficult time to quit the teacher job, right? Because it's
No,
a big change.
no. They just told me after those weeks if I wanted to come back or not, and I was immediately already looking at other stuff to do. Okay, maybe this is
Okay.
a little bit too dark. Can you still see me? Maybe like this. Yeah, you still see me?
Yeah.
uh, yeah. So the sun is going down. Like
Oh,
it's always interesting reflecting in all these buildings, and the light is so changing all the time in inside here. And so
yeah,
it's difficult to do a 1 hour video or something with the same light. But okay, so it was not difficult because I was actually not liking it. They were right,
yeah,
but um, I was not liking it because I felt stuck and I didn't have any variety in my life. And it's
yeah.
learned later in the psychology. It's one of the basic human needs to have
To grow.
safety and stability. No,
Ah,
safety and stability is one, but
yeah.
variety is two. If you only
Okay.
have safety and stability and zero variety in your life, whatever it is, then you're dying. So you
Yeah,
need a little bit, even if it's like different kind of foods every day, even if your partner is a little bit unpredictable, even if there's like if your job is super stable and you got the variety in other levels, but I didn't have any variety in nothing. And
yeah,
that is the uncertainty, and that is
yeah.
like that's what need for a human to live, because otherwise you will never start to learn about life. And this is,
Yeah,
yeah. And so there's 6 human needs. So they're more like the significance, that's that you feel important, and like growth and giving back is all the way at the bottom, and the
hmm,
pyramid of Maslow, it's all the way at the top, because
yeah,
you need the safety, you need a little bit of variety, you need to feel significance, you need to feel love and connected, and you need all of those in order to grow. So
yeah.
yeah.
But I
So
think it's me
oh,
it's the most exciting thing to listen to people about their life story, what they work. Did you always work in one job or did you change job? How did you come to this point where you're right now? So
yeah,
I think
so
it's
I
fascinating.
narrowed all that stuff down in the 7 simple steps. So guys, if you are just coming in, don't forget to check out the bundle, okay?
Yeah.
Just saying that in between, because I still didn't answer your question if it was difficult to change. So while I was at home being in burnout, they were not pushing me to come back for the class. They were also like, if we have a half burnout teacher in front of the class, it's not good for the kids neither. And so I had to say to them, I don't want to come back. So they were really kind and they fired me, which is good, because then you're in the system. If you say I quit, then you're like, oh my god. But
Yeah.
I already was looking, what do I want, and I still didn't know. But I thought that it could be good to go work in the IT department, in
Yeah.
automation, because um, I'm just really good at that. But I never went there, and I didn't want to, because my dad has been doing that his whole life. But
Ah.
it comes really way more natural for me than handling little kids. I'm good with teenager, but kids is, now I'm better with kids because now I have my own. But back then,
Yeah.
and so I thought, let's get myself a very stable job, but with
Mhm.
intellectual challenges.
That's great.
So where I have to use my intellect and learn about programs, and I thought that would be really helpful at the time. And I can be in an environment with other people that study IT and physics, and I
Yeah.
can learn something instead of I'm only teaching the kids
Yeah.
about that. So I wanted to use my intellect a little bit more,
Yeah.
and I already found this job like before I quit. Like, yeah, I already found
Good.
that. So I
Okay.
was already going there, and I did that for 3.5 years, and then we traveled the world, and I thought of going maybe baby, maybe not, and I got really depressed again in this job because they wanted me to do stuff I didn't like, and I wasn't working with my intellect anymore because I'm so good in communicating and I'm so good at talking and people like me, and will you please then go negotiating, and they wanted me to negotiate, and oh my god, and I was like, no, let me just do that tech stuff, you know. And so, and I didn't want to be inside anymore in the air conditioning building 5 days a week, so I reduced to 4 and then to 3.5 because the work became so simple after doing it for 3.5 years. It became too simple, and that's why they wanted me to go in another direction, and and I didn't want. I was like, it's like, I'm done now. I'm you know, like, I don't want to. Then they asked me, do you even want to have a steady contract? And I was like freaking out. Like, so that's one of those contracts where you can't leave. Like, I'm like, no, too much stability. I need variety in my life, you know. So I'm one of those people that need variety in their life to live. And I was like freaking out of the stability. And so I said no. And then I was on the street. So like, shit. This time I didn't get fired. I think I said I quit. So now I have a problem. And I found a really nice other job that was super close to home. And I could do exactly the same implementation of that SAP process that I did in the last 3.5 years in another super small company, super close to Johan, where we could go lunch together, and I could determine my own times, and I did it on an hourly basis because I still had that mini business for myself, you know, that computer help hobby, and I could use that administrative cycle to do that. And I just asked 1/3 more for salary because this was also a problem in the other job. I got really underpaid. I learned that the other people that did the same got at least 1/3 more than me, like 1/3, 30% more. And after 3 years, that was starting to bug me.
I can imagine.
And so I went there and I just asked like 1/3 more, and this guy was like, oh yeah, that's okay, of course. And I was like, oh shit, I should have asked more. And then I had a really great time in this company for a couple of months, and I got pregnant, and you know, and then I got pregnant, and I was still, I graduated, so I did my own times there, and I still had my clients. So I did my therapy. When people came, you know, they came, I didn't have a child. Oh, you want to come at 8 o'clock? Sure. You know, I was in politics. This is also something that happened after I had that depression thing. I decided I want to make the world better. So I signed up for this party, and I wanted to be in politics. And I told them, I want to be in the city council. And why? No, because, and I was like, I don't know if I really want. It's okay if I don't need, like, but if I am in, it's really good. And then 4 months later, poof, I'm in the city council. So I was like, oh, now I'm in the city council. Oh, great. So I had like lots of stuff going on, 3 days working here, some time during the day at home alone, in the evenings, some evenings going to city council, doing fun stuff in the weekend. Like, if you don't have a kid, you have so much time. So Eva, everybody, enjoy it. You still have time with your kid, but it's different. It's just different. It's like half of your brain is constantly occupied with your child.
Yeah, I can imagine. But now, like this, like Fruity, like creating e-courses and making your retreat, is it something like it is something that feels close to your heart? Like you feel passionate about?
Yes, yeah. And it's also freaking me out at the same time. So I also get a lot of variety. I mean, there's so many unexpected things that happen, that maybe sometimes is a little bit too much. You know? Yeah, the challenge that we had with the food last year, that, you know, not right. Nobody brought bananas. 2 guys go out, they come back without bananas. I was like, I don't know how I'm manifesting this, but it's probably the stress.
Yeah, maybe.
And then the supplier's like, no, I forgot the bananas. Like, how can you forget the bananas, man? I've got 50 people here. They're hungry. You need, like, a good... Like, how can you forget 2 boxes of bananas? Like, people are hungry, you know? So...
But it's true, like, entrepreneurship, there's always, or having your business, there's always so many things, and it's a lot about problem solving. So people like, oh, I have this problem, and then it's all about problem solving. But it's
Everything.
something where you can always grow and learn, and yeah.
Yeah, everything is about entrepreneurship is about problem solving for people and for yourself. I feel it's way more rewarding. I actually signed up to be a teacher, substitute, I don't know, substitute teacher, like a, like kids that want to graduate and then they have problems with physics, chemistry, and
Ah,
they can have 1 hour with somebody to help them. I thought, oh, I signed
yeah,
up for that because I was like, I need some stability here.
yeah,
But I still don't have any student, even though like they're asking, hello, Wendy, there's a one, who do you want? And I'm like, yeah, I'm working in the Vindel, I'm doing this. Like, I don't know if I really want it, but like I did that and I just sort of shit. uh, do I want that or not? But I don't know. I think I took it at hand because it's also a part of me that did that and likes that.
yeah.
And
But
yeah,
how do you deal with like um expectations from family or society that you have to have this certain life path because you have a more unconventional life path? Probably me
yeah.
too.
Well, I think my family got used to it by now.
Okay.
I think the biggest problem they had was when I went paleo.
Ah,
And this was my first big lifestyle. Like the no sugar, the no coffee, and that was all like, yeah, they know it's bad for you. So they were like, yeah, I should do that too. And so my
yeah,
dad actually did. My mom has a little harder time with that, but he switched with me. It is 2009,
yeah,
something around that time. And I slowly, like, no more bread, no more gluten, and all that stuff. And slowly. And then when our kid came and was like, okay, we're going to do attachment parenting. That means he cannot cry. When there's a problem, you lift them up and you cuddle them until they stop crying. And they were like, that's demanding. I said, no, you know what is demanding? And crying baby, that's making so much stress. And so
yeah.
I went, okay, and we're going to wash the diapers. I don't want any plastic on that kid. Like, why would you let a kid walk around in
I
plastic?
agree.
Like, ew. So I
Yeah,
had the cotton diapers from the neighbors and everywhere, and like the foldable ones. And I got the really cute ones, the special designs that are now you have these cotton things that are, they're so awesome. You just want them because they're cute. I
yeah,
bought them, but they're not so easy. The foldable
yeah,
cotton things, way better than those cute ones. But okay. So that was for them a little hard to accept. And so by
yeah,
the time, and then the diet, and then the no shots, the baby. I said no shots in the baby because of my
yeah.
experience I had in 2012 with that bad experience. And they said, okay. So by the time I went raw vegan and traveled
Ah,
the
it's
world,
already.
my parents were like, oh, there she goes again. Now what is it? What are you gonna do now? Good. No more cooking. Right. Okay. And you're not getting a job? No. Okay. So how are you gonna make money? We said, well, there's always enough money. I don't know how or why, but in my life, I just do hobbies, so there is always enough. I don't know why it happens. I could
Yeah,
use abundance, so I am talking to Louise Koch how to manifest your dream life. I need some abundance. I have some demands. I want a freeze dryer, yeah,
yeah,
I want a freeze dryer. I want that is, but also I'm good where I am at, like I don't really need that, but it's good to have. But do I need, like I can use that
yeah,
course, but
yeah.
yeah, I can use that course, but okay. So by the time I changed raw vegan, and then 2 years later, 78 days on juice, if your family still doesn't understand that you do what you do,
Tough.
so they were like, accept, they accept. They gave me such a hard time on the baby department and the no vax department that by the time we went to the raw vegan department, they were okay. Now you guys go to live in a truck and travel the world. Okay. So my parents were a little bit. Also the motorcycle thing was quite challenging for all of them. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. They were really afraid I was going to hurt myself. And when I was pregnant,
yeah,
you're not driving. You're pregnant. You're not driving. You're
yeah,
not skiing. You're pregnant. I'm like, I'm in pain every day. I have limitations. I can't lift anything. But if I can still ski, I will do it because I need happiness in my
yeah,
life. even if it doesn't work, I'll go walking or I'll just sliding. But you know, skiing is sliding and you don't need to do that with your legs. So I could do it and I was really happy about it. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I know I'm a
funny.
little bit elaborate answering all your questions. So
No,
now you know
no,
my life story.
no, I think it's really interesting. I see a lot of parallels about what probably my life is gonna look like. Like, I also want stability, but I'm also a person who likes to grow. I mean, I'm 22 and I already lived in Canary Islands. Now I'm in Sevilla. Then I was traveling to Asia. So, yeah, I also like to learn, to grow. So,
You will
yeah.
definitely learn and grow. And I gained so many beautiful qualities. But most of all, I became more aware. Like, I think if we're talking about ascension of earth and raising your vibration, I really changed my vibration from when I was a kid eating that all those cow milk, dairy products, and all the bread
Yeah.
to that clogged me up. It numbed me, and it really numbed me. And it's quite sad that it happened actually, but it is good now that it happened because it made me see what effects it has. You know, it made me
Yeah.
feel the effects. And so that experience is super valuable, I think, for my soul and my body. And I would not be so enthusiastic about raw food if I hadn't been through that. So
I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah. And that's why I'm doing this raw vegan bundle, and why when I learned about all of this, I just didn't. The most important thing was that I don't want all this knowledge and experience to go to waste. Like, if I
Me
die,
too. Me
it goes
too.
away. And you know how
And,
many people
um,
could benefit from eating
I
different, or
know.
knowing that you can eat different, or knowing that you are in control of your energy levels. You're the one, like, you're the only one. Nobody else can control your thoughts. Nobody can
Yeah.
control your emotions. Nobody can control your body. Yes, they can lock your body in a certain space, but there's no way they can force you to think differently. If you think it happens is because you got influenced, but you're still in control and you have to decide to get out. That you are in control of the life, and therefore any circumstances and anything that you can get in life, healthy or unhealthy, that's a gift. And even if you're like in a wheelchair or something, or you miss an arm, that
Yeah.
has nothing to do with you having a lack of energy or being depressed. Nothing. Because there's so many people that have something missing, or something missing in their brain, and they're enjoying life.
I
And that
know.
is what it's about, like how to be in control of you and your life and feel happy. So Eva, I love you're like, yeah, yeah, I
No, I'm
love that. So
so excited because I feel like, especially with those emotions and stuff, I'm only at the beginning, so I'm looking forward to take the course. Also, like especially with like relationships, I'm really needing to learn how to create your happiness yourself and how to be calm by yourself. Ah,
well,
so I'm excited to take the course.
yeah, I can tell you a little secret. When you take the course, or everybody has a need for love and connection. And also
Yeah,
we do have these physical bodies, and physical touch is a part of human life. So it
yeah,
is essential, even if you do not have a romantic partner, to, I don't know, cuddle with your parents, with your friends, and just
dancing. Yeah,
the physical touch is something that is super important. And a lot of babies, like I said, they just left to cry there, and that way they train their brain that they will never get that need met. And
yeah,
it's super important to get those needs met within everybody, to get out of the fear that is going on right now. And
yeah,
to raise your vibration is to remember, fear is just temporary, and you pass and you go on, and you can train to be with less fear by touch or massage or anything like that, like foot
yeah,
massage, reflexology, any
yeah,
kind of touch. So you say that to be good on my own, we are social beings, okay? So we're not supposed to be completely alone,
alone.
but it doesn't
Yeah,
mean if you don't have your romantic partner, you can still get all your needs met.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It's so
Thank you so
interesting.
much.
I'm very excited, of course. Excited. Okay, so yeah, maybe those who are watching right now or later, because I will upload it on YouTube if it's okay. And then
Absolutely.
those
Go
watching it
ahead.
on
Yeah. I hope the
YouTube.
lighting is okay that you guys saw me, and otherwise, yeah.
Yes,
Too
perfect.
bad.
That's perfect.
Too
You look
bad. There's
very,
also light over there.
no, you look very vibrant. Like, yeah,
Okay.
really good.
I have an idea that I'm in the dark, but it's okay. It's okay. I really loved having this talk with you, Eva, and I
You
really hope
too.
we will see you at the fruit festival. And
Yes, I
everybody that's
tried.
watching, you're invited to come 17 to 21 of July.
Yeah.
Dutchfruitfestival.nl. Come there. Come there. We are running, like, we have some places left. We have shared rooms there, but only 4 people, so it'll be really cool. And we have like beautiful venue, and I've ordered some nice fruit and some nice sunshine, so
Yeah, it's
it's
amazing.
gonna be a
Ah,
party
nice.
again. Especially if Eva's
Amazing.
there. Especially
Ah,
if Eva's
I, give
there.
I give my best. I give my best. Okay, then I thank you so much for this interview discussion. It was so interesting. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Eva.
Okay.
I love you.
Then I'm gonna say bye. Bye.
Bye.